Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to WandaVision. We are now on to episode 4. Now, I'm really looking forward to getting into this particular one because the last episode, particularly the last 10 minutes or so, was crazy. We saw some real big advancements as far as understanding what's going on outside of this illusion that we've been presented with since episode 1. Namely, that it seems to be a real place, an actual physical place, which I personally wasn't sure if this was all in Wanda's head or not, but it's starting to look like this is actually some sort of physical area, force field, something that's potentially either being run again by Wanda or by somebody else, but it was physical enough that my poor girl Geraldine literally got ejected from it after she made the mistake of telling Wanda about her real life, namely the death of her twin brother. An interesting thing I noticed when I was editing the episode for last week was that it seems like Geraldine was almost surprised by the fact that she said what she said about Peter. Like, I think she might have forgotten or somehow wasn't aware of it. And when she said it, you could see she was kind of startled, and Wanda was startled, and then, like, you know, we saw that whole discombobulating scene continue. So I'm almost wondering if maybe the people who are inside the illusion, like, at first I was wondering if they were like avatars or players, but now I'm wondering if maybe Wanda somehow managed to warp their version of reality, and then somehow Geraldine snapped out of it for a minute. So I am ready to get into this episode, but before we do, you know the drill. If you've been here before and you like what you see, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you can be notified of when I do more reactions to this show, as well as some other Marvel shows that I've done in the past, which I will link either here or at the end of the video. So hopefully you will join the fam. We'd love to have you. I promise we don't bite unless you ask us to. All right, without further ado, guys, let's get into the episode right about now. Smoke. Particles. Oh my god, did she just get reverse Thanos? What? Modern clothing? Oh, so this is after. Oh, sorry, sir. Damn. This is after Iron Man reversed it? Is this how people came back?
Your mom, she died, honey. What? No. Maria died 3 years ago. No. Which was 2 years after you... After I what?
Got Thanos snapped out of existence?
After I what? After you disappeared.
Oh, I like it! This is super cool because the only other reference we've had to, like, post Thanos snap was Spider-Man, so I'm liking this, and this is what I think it is. I would love to see more stories of how people tried to adjust to life after they came back after literally just being snapped out of existence. Girl, this is tasty. Sword Headquarters, Sentient Weapon Operation Response Division. Thank you for the people in the comments who told me about Sword. It's the first time I ever heard about it. Okay, power suit. Yes, girl.
The world's not the same as you left it. Space is now full of unexpected threats.
Well, like Thanos.
There's no easy way to say this, but you're grounded.
I'm sorry, what?
Terrestrial missions only.
You're kidding. For how long? Whose protocol is this?
Your mother's.
Eek.
She implemented guidelines in the event vanished personnel are returned.
I mean, what you gonna do? You can't argue with your own mama. I feel like we're watching a completely different show right now. But I'm like still down for it. So like what? I don't know if this is before or after the Wanda thing. Oh, Westview. It is real.
This isn't a missing persons case, Captain Rambo. It's a missing town. Population 3,892.
Why haven't you gone inside to investigate?
Guess it doesn't want me to.
Oh, this is before. Okay. Okay. It's making sense now. I get it. Okay. So Monica got in somehow. Maybe her mutation let her do it? And I wonder if it changed her into Geraldine the second she walked in. Oh, I see it. I see the Matrix. Careful.
Careful, Rambo.
Yeah, careful.
Captain Rambo. Watch it. Rambo. Captain Rambo.
My bro, call sword. Oh hey, it's that chick, Kat Dennings. This new director of SWORD is gonna have a lot to answer for. Monica's back for a whole day or two, and you already get her lost in some weird simulation. So are they the ones who are tuning in to the thing on episode 1?
A colossal amount of CMBR.
What's that?
CM.
Cosmic microwave background radiation.
Yeah, if you're a scientist, you know that. Physioscope.
I need a TV. An old one. Like, not flat.
The way you guys were flailing before my girl showed up.
Try to find anything you can on Rambo. Copy that.
Oh, sewer dude. Oh, I love how the pieces are coming together. So when she said no, I wonder if she sent him back through the manhole. We'll find out.
Look, I know it's been a crazy few years on this planet, but he's dead, right?
Yep.
Flipped. Dead.
Is it authentic?
I'm not sure how to answer that.
Is it happening in real time? Is it recorded, fabricated?
I don't know, and I don't know.
Right? Like she just told you.
So you're saying the universe created a sitcom starring 2 Avengers?
It's a working theory.
Or Disney Plus. Oh, nice. Like some poor people are trapped. Oh no, they're not avatars. And the doctor who tried to escape. So I think they might be conscious, maybe?
So what, deep cover? Monica has to play along?
With whom? Or else what?
Yes.
Brass tacks talk.
All the questions we've been asking.
Looking at here. What does it look like to you?
Like a retro version of a sword drone?
Bingo.
But how did it change and why?
Yeah.
Let's go with the production design.
I love that they're going meta with this too.
Let's hit the show on the day.
Oh, this is great. Okay, so this is going to be the episode where the Queen Bee's hand gets cut.
Who's doing the C, Wanda? Wanda, can you hear me? I'm here to help.
Pop quiz, Wanda.
Interesting. Okay, so this is one of my sleep paralysis demons crawling through this and he didn't even realize it happened. Oh no. Is he trapped in there now forever? And it turned into a jump rope? Oh, it turned into, okay, that's why it turned into a beekeeper outfit, because there wouldn't have been a hazmat suit back then. The way they're glued to this.
What a twist. I'm invested.
Clearly.
There's nothing here. One second Monica is standing right there and the next she isn't.
Interesting.
Someone is censoring the broadcast.
But where's Rambo?
She's coming! Somebody go catch her!
Are you? Wanda,
Hidden scene.
you're not my neighbor. And you're definitely not my friend. You are a stranger and an outsider. And right now you are trespassing here. And I want you to leave.
Oh, honey, you didn't deserve all that. I'm so sorry. She's gonna fix it like it never happened. Interesting. I can't tell whether or not Wanda really wanted to do that or if someone was making her do that. Oh, still so many questions. And now we're back to the end of episode 3.
Oh, she left, honey. She had to rush home.
Forever.
What? What is it? What's wrong? We could go wherever we want.
No, I can't.
Why?
This is our home.
That line again.
I have everything under control.
Okay, maybe it is Wanda. I don't know. I feel like it might be a combo of Wanda and somebody else.
It's all Wanda.
Okay. Vision looks worried. This is good. It always feels like there should be like ending credits. I'm always so thrown off. Answers! I wasn't sure we were going to get that many this episode, but they gave us a lot. They basically gave us what was happening from episode 1 until now, but from the outside world perspective. So thank you, show. It makes me wonder what's coming though, because initially I really thought that this was going to be a slow reveal. Like, since we had 9 episodes, like slow reveal like that. But we now know that this is, we have the confirmation, well, at least according to Monica. We're not 100%, but I feel like we can trust her, that it's all Wanda. Wanda created this reality somehow. She's controlling these poor people in there, using her abilities to bend reality. But it looks like they're still in there and they still totally understand what's going on right now. But my guess is that they're scared of her. I'm assuming that some of them have probably already tried to leave multiple times and probably have just been brought back, blipped back the way that Wanda kind of does her thing where she's just edits the reality. And then that's probably why they were so scared of Monica, because they were like, or Geraldine, because they were probably like, wait, she hasn't been here since we first started. Like, she's kind of strange. Like, I feel like now that little conversation we saw between Herb and What's-Her-Face at the fence last episode was them worried that Geraldine was going to piss Wanda off and that they were all going to have to pay the consequences, which thankfully they didn't. Oh, that adds so many layers. This makes this so, like, interesting and tragic at the same time. Like, these poor people, if they really are aware of what's going on right now, they're probably terrified. They probably think, like, you know how the doctor said last episode too, like, you can't escape a small town? I think he really, really wanted to leave. It makes you wonder how many people, it looks like it's not that many, thankfully, maybe only like 20, 30 people that are stuck in here, but probably not even sure what they're gonna wake up to every day. Wow. But it's interesting because we don't have any, we don't have a time frame really for how long it's been since Monica showed up there with Agent Wu to her getting kicked out. Like, and then also like the genre is changing. I can assume that it's probably only, it hasn't been very long. It looks like maybe every week or every, well, it says every episode the genre changes, but we don't know how long it is between episodes. Time's a bit fuzzy in this show, but anyway. Oh yeah, it was just a few days because Agent Wu said that she was sucked into the reality a few days earlier. So it looks like people actually can go in, but Wu said something interesting where he said like, I can feel it that it's telling me to stay away. But Monica walked up and touched it and it sucked her in, and we saw the guy in the manhole also, he just crossed in with no resistance. So it looks like you can enter this world, but only if you can maintain the illusion. And as soon as something threatens that, Wanda just gets rid of you, which thankfully she didn't kill Monica because she could have. That's the part that makes me wonder if it's 100% Wanda doing all of this, because Wanda's never been a fan of hurting people. Not really. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you go back to Avengers 2, between the two of them, it was Peter that was more the, like, screw everybody, we've got these abilities, let's do what we want, where Wanda was the one who was kind of always like, I don't know if we should be hurting people like this, I don't know if we should be doing all this. So, and she did look like she was feeling some semblance of remorse after what she did to Monica, but I almost feel like there might be something that is tapping into Wanda's pain and her fear around losing this illusion that's around her, that though that moment, you know, that we finally saw that hidden scene where Wanda confronts Geraldine, is like, who are you really? And, you know, she's like, I'm your friend, I'm your neighbor. And then Wanda's like, no, you're a stranger and you're not welcome here. That, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, kudos to, what's her name? What's the actress's name now? The other Olsen. I don't know. Sorry, her name slipped right out of my head. But kudos to her because she played it so well, and at that moment you could tell she was angry, but it didn't even seem like a sinister type of angry. It seemed like you're threatening something that means something to me, but it almost felt like someone else was talking through her though at the same time, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I just don't feel like this is 100% Wanda in the sense of maintaining this, because I just don't see the Wanda that we've been privy to in the movies would not be okay with forcing people to live in this illusion indefinitely. I don't know. It could be. Many people have already theorized that maybe Wanda has snapped and she just doesn't care anymore. She just really, really wants to deal with her pain and her loss, and she really doesn't care who's got to suffer for it, because maybe she feels like she's suffered enough. Who knows? I'm taking what Monica said when she got out, saying that this is all Wanda, not necessarily in the sense of like this is necessarily all Wanda's will, but that it's Wanda's power doing it all. Because Wanda's powers are crazy. And I think this show is finally delving into just how powerful Scarlet Witch really is. And I think that's what she meant more, is that Wanda's the one who's creating this world. You know, she's the one who's in charge of everything. That's her powers that are creating the barrier, all of it. But again, whether or not that's actually Wanda who wants that to happen is a completely different story. And I'm thinking we're going to discover more of that as the show goes on. But I feel like if she sees another person with the sword logo, that we're going to see her, I guess you could say, lose a little bit of her grip on this whole illusion. Just as another side note, the amount of power this must be taking out of Wanda has got to be taking a toll on her. Everything we've ever seen about mutants and X-Men, and not just X-Men, but just mutants and the Marvel world in general, is that no mutant, at least no human mutant, has been able to just indefinitely use their abilities. It takes a toll on them physically after a while, and Wanda is human. So for her to be maintaining this illusion, maintaining a force field, mind controlling all these people, you know, doing all this stuff, it's got to be taking an incredible toll on her. And she's been maintaining it for at least, I guess you could say, at least a week or two. So I'm thinking that as Wanda actually physically fatigues, we're also going to see more and more cracks in this illusion, unless something else is giving her power, like whoever I think might be potentially taking advantage of this. They might be giving her some unnatural power, but I got to think that physically Wanda's got to be starting to get like really tired, like physically and emotionally. It's going to be draining on her to maintain this. The reason I also say that is because of that scene. We didn't get this in the last episode, but when Vision comes back in the house and asks about Geraldine, she sees the vision in what we saw in Endgame, just this dead husk. And the fear, you just saw like the look on her face. She was so saddened by looking at that, and she didn't look scared by it. Right? Like it was something she'd never seen before. She looked sad. She looked like, oh God, I don't ever want to see this again. So I almost wonder if this is a mix of, like I said, it could be fatigue from keeping all this going for so long, or it could potentially also be whatever's actually using Wanda to do this, giving her a reminder of like, if she doesn't play along and keep this up, she's going to be plagued by seeing these horrible, horrible images of the worst times of her life. Yeah, we have 5 more episodes to kind of figure out where we're going to go with this, or what the reasoning, I guess the why is really the big thing to be answered at this point. We have the how, we kind of have the what, but we don't have the why, and that's very important in something as like meticulous and intricate as this world has become. So yeah, we got to delve into the why, and then how we're going to end it, how we're going to free these poor people. The only other thing I wanted to talk about in this episode very quickly, or touch on, was just that I loved seeing people coming back. We never really got a chance to see the reversal of the snap. We had references to it in Spider-Man and in Ant-Man, but to actually see people doing the reverse Thanos and rematerializing and being exactly where they were when everything ended, and the hospital being like, what's going on? And I just love things like that, because those are the real touch points that a lot of these comic movies have always steered away from in the past, because it's, I guess, too real, or they just never thought about it. And one of the things I've loved about the Marvel TV shows, like not so much on Disney Plus, but like the Netflix Marvel shows and stuff, they really touched on the minutia of what superheroes in the world would really be like, right? Yeah, I like this episode a lot. I'm liking the show more and more and more with every episode. So thanks so much for watching along with me, guys. If you made it to the end of this long-ass commentary, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more of this geeky face, please go ahead and hit subscribe. Until next time,